All right, everyone, let's begin. Episode 8. Today I have with me
TJay Era.
Welcome, TJ. Now, I always ask this question to start off. How did the concept of becoming a wrestler start for you?
So I watched wrestling as a kid.
Okay.
I was not one of the ones who were like, "Hey, I'm going to do this when I get older."
Like the common cliche. Yeah.
Yeah. I just really enjoyed wrestling. Wrestling was like a safe haven for me.
Okay.
So I was just a big fan of wrestling. Just not trying to be one, but just like watching like my favorite people just like beat each other up. So.
Okay. Just being around the culture. I got you. When you did start, who was your motivation?
When I first started wrestling, it was Darius Lockhart.
Okay.
Darius Lockhart, Keith Lee, Shane Taylor. Those were like big influences on like me as a person and a wrestler.
Okay.
Just because I relate to them in a lot of ways. So they're seeing them like do what they love, and in turn watching like them do what I love, it just motivated me to become something better.
Yeah. And as you go on through your training and your career, how do you continue to motivate yourself and keep that drive?
So there are a lot of downtimes in wrestling.
Okay.
It's not all about physicality. It's more mental than anything.
Okay.
So sometimes a lot of things can weigh on you heavily, like mentally.
Yeah.
So you have to like be able to, tell yourself that every sacrifice that you've made to be where you are now, it all makes sense. So like if you stop now, then all those sacrifices mean nothing. Mm-hmm. So like a lot of people like myself, I sacrificed a lot of jobs. I sacrificed a lot of like opportunities to move up in companies and sacrifice like relationships with people just to wrestle. And like I feel like
essentially you made it your life.
Yeah. And like I feel like if I give up, then I went through the struggle for no reason. And it's kind of like it doesn't make sense. Like if you're already there, then you just keep going.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I did it, now what? Sort of thing. Yeah, I get you. Now, let's go into switching up things a little bit.
Okay.
Imagine you can be in my spot and have the chance to interview any wrestler, past, present, dead or alive. Who would it be and why?
I think Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, gotcha.
I would interview Eddie just because I really enjoyed Eddie when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. He was just always so charismatic, and like he just made the simplest things look so freaking cool.
Yeah.
So like I took his death really hard, mm-hmm. and I was just a kid, and like I didn't know that he died until like I got home from school and someone like mentioned it to me, and I was like a mess for days. And like he would be like the first person I would want to interview. Like
and that was like me recently with Bray Wyatt. It's like, bro, what?
Yeah.
That's insane. Just a mind like that.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah. It's just like man, he like you think about it and you just see where Eddie was going and where he could be at today. So like
he could be part of this Rey Mysterio Dominic storyline still.
I dream about like what an Eddie Guerrero seminar could have been. Like he was one of my favorites.
Yeah. He lives through all of us, man. So in working, who's the most versatile wrestler you've come across so far? Like, who could switch it up mid-match like that?
I would say I've, like, been in matches with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
I would say probably Little Moody.
Okay.
Yeah. Little Moody, he's Tristan.
Okay.
He's very, like, high-flying, but he can also, like, take you to the mat. Also do like a little bit of power moves. Mm-hmm. So I think like he's like
don't let his size fool you. Definitely,
he's one of the most versatile wrestlers I think that I know and have had the pleasure of working with.
Okay. Who's the most influential wrestler you've met, both in and outside the ring?
I met a lot of my favorite wrestlers. So I met Okada.
Okay.
I got to tell Okada like that he was my favorite wrestler.
Oh, sweet.
I've met Zack Sabre Jr.
Okay.
I've met a lot of people. Like
Just
I've met,
being in the business.
Just like having an opportunity to work with New Japan and do work like crew work for them. I've met a lot of my heroes. Like, and it's insane to say like you like go to these shows and you like put in the work and you're like doing crew work, and then afterwards you go back and you're just like hanging out with like people that you idolize. Like, I got to meet the Motor City Machine Guns. I got to be in like the vicinity, like with the Motor City Machine Guns after a New Japan show, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
It's insane, and
you never know who's gonna show up to events. You know?
And it's just like when you see them in that aspect, it's like they are normal people.
Yeah.
So you don't feel the pressure of like them being superstars. You just see them for who they are and in their natural element. So that's a pretty cool dynamic to see. Like,
you get to see the other side.
Everyone's just so chill. Everyone's so cool. And like I said, it's been like I can't even name all of them, but I've met a lot of people that I like idolize in wrestling.
That's awesome. Yeah. And with this question, feel free to be biased.
Okay.
Who has the best wrestling merch, in your opinion?
Can this be like anywhere?
Yeah. Whoever you think.
I want to say it's between Mercedes Moné and Okada, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say them.
Have you bought any of their merch?
I have not.
No.
But like
just seeing what they come out with.
Oh yeah. It's always so entertaining to see like people use the creative genes that they have to make legendary merchandise that people like actually buy and wear. Like, it still gets to me when I see people wear something that I designed.
Yeah, like I have one of your shirts. Yeah. Wear it as much as possible.
Yeah.
Who's the most dedicated wrestling fan you know personally? Someone who knows anything about anything right when you go up to them, you know?
That's a good question. I meet so many people like through wrestling and at the shows. I mean, there are so many great people who like know wrestling who are just strictly fans.
Yeah.
And they support you. Man, I don't know. I don't know. Like there are so many like.
Oh yeah.
You go to these shows and you get these follows on like Instagram, and you go to these shows and people that follow you on Instagram come up to you and say, "Hey, I followed you on Instagram."
Yeah.
So it's like, and they are just fans. They're not trying to be wrestlers. They're really just fans.
It's just like a surreal moment. It's like, oh my God, you're here.
Yeah. So it's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer for like who I think it is, but there are a few dedicated fans.
Okay. You could choose any wrestler to have their own reality TV show. Who would it be? And what would you call it?
Honestly, I would like be so down for a Grayson Waller and Austin Theory reality show. I just think they are like ridiculously entertaining, and they're just like a match made in heaven for
almost
each other.
Fit for it, yeah.
And like they would like have so many ratings and so many storylines. I would love to see them like do something like that.
Yeah. All right. Who's the most underrated wrestler in the industry right now, in your eyes?
That is a good question, and I have to think about it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the wrestlers that I watch and that I'm fans of, they are no longer underrated because they've like
made a name for themselves.
So, I think the most underrated, in my honest opinion, would probably still be, I don't know.
No?
I don't
I'll come back to it.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'll think on it.
To you, who's got the best gear? Whether
Me.
that's
Me, of
Entrance,
course.
ring. Yeah.
Me, just me. I'm not even being like, I'm a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
Like
and you make your own stuff,
oh,
right?
yeah. That's a story for another day. But yeah, I make my own stuff and I put so much thought into it.
Yeah.
So I, of course, think my gear is the best. I think my interest is the best. I think my style is the best. Just because not everyone is like willing to step out and be like something other than what they're told to be.
Yeah.
So like everything that I do it like authentically, and I do it because it means so much to me.
Yeah.
So I make my own gear. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. Like I am the best dressed wrestler with the best gear and the best entrance and the best music.
I love to hear it. That was my next question. It's the most iconic wrestling theme of all time.
Alex Riley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say it to my face. Alex Riley. There is no song ever that's gonna beat that song. So yeah.
I got you. Do you prefer working as a face or a heel? And what do you think is easier to get over as?
So I like genuinely I enjoy working as a babyface more.
Okay.
Just because people can relate to you more, but also in return, people can relate to you as a heel as well.
Yeah.
But with the babyface, a lot of people have been in predicaments where they are down and out, and they have to fight back for something. So a lot of people grasp onto that. So it's easy to get people invested in not only you as a person, but your story too.
Yeah. It's always easy to go for the hero, you know?
Yeah. But like either or, I can, I can be mostly good, but I can do a few dirty deeds, you know? So,
yeah, I get that. Pre-match ritual or meal?
So my pre-match meal, I try to eat as light as possible on show days. When I know I have to wrestle, I eat like very light. I usually get like a sub sandwich or something.
Okay.
Something very light. I drink a lot of water. Veggie trays. Like
nice.
If I have like the time, I go get a bag of Honeycrisp apples.
Okay.
Like I eat clean mostly, like leading up to show days and most importantly on show days.
Yeah.
And it's been working out very well for me.
Okay.
My pre-match rituals, I'm usually found with my headphones in, just walking back and forth, getting lost in the moment, listening to a little soul, a little R&B, mostly country, and just getting in my element, and just getting ready for a show and putting on the best show I can.
Okay. I like that. Just keeping your own world.
Of course.
In your opinion, what's the most innovative wrestling match, like the type of match? And would you ever see yourself in that match?
I think the most innovative wrestling match is probably an Iron Man match.
Okay.
Because it's a test of strength.
Okay.
Say you have an hour.
Yeah.
You have an hour, and you have to strategize on what you're going to do and how much energy you're going to use at that time.
Yeah.
So I just think that's the most like innovative thing, and it's probably the most like challenging thing to prepare for and to do. But like just picturing myself in an Iron Man match and like using my energy when needed and knowing when to dial it back and knowing when to amp it up.
Yeah, an hour's a long time to keep somebody engaged.
Yeah, that gets me hyped because like you don't always have to be doing something. Like it's a lot of time. Like, and I don't like realistically see myself going in and like running fast pace for an hour. I'll take my time, and it's a perfect time to like actually like strategize and like watch whoever you're facing, watch their tape to see what they do, and then try to have a counter for everything.
Right.
Have a lot of time to like get to what they're doing and get to what you're doing. So
hit a lot of power spots so you have breathing room.
Yeah. Just pacing, and man, I'm just getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
Man, I hope to see you in one day, actually.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What's the best wrestling storyline you followed? Whether that's on TV, in person, one you've been in?
So one of the best ones that I'm going to give two.
Okay.
So there's one that like drew me back into wrestling almost, and that was
everybody's got their
Oh, yeah,
dark
yeah.
phase.
It was the old Black and Gold NXT.
Okay.
And it was the Bailey storyline to where she finally got that 101 with Sasha.
Okay.
And she won the title.
Yeah.
Leading up to that, like she went through so many hoops, and she was overlooked and undervalued, and she just fought and fought and fought. And every time that match comes on, like I just get lost in it, like as a fan.
Yeah.
And just see how, Sasha went in thinking that Bailey was a pushover and she didn't deserve to be what she is. And for Bailey to, man, when Bailey hits that Frankensteiner from the top rope and into the belly to belly, and that 1, 2, 3, man, that does it for me every time.
It's like
and I know the match, like, from bell to bell.
Yeah.
But, like, that last moment where she flips her off and then she turns right back into the belly to belly, and it's the 1, 2, 3, that drives it home for me.
It's like, ooh.
Yeah. And then the current one is actually, like, this may be my favorite WrestleMania. But the one from this year.
Cody's Bloodline story.
Because,
yeah,
man, we were on a ride for like 2 years, and going into it, I knew that it was going to be like an Avengers Endgame scene where people were coming out of portals and doing whatever.
Yeah. But how they did it
was phenomenal, and it was like a great and it's one simple thing that really got me is to where Cody went to do his Crossroads the following year, and he couldn't do it, and Solo interrupted, and then this year he went to do it night one, he couldn't do it, he got stopped at 2, and then he finally hit the Holy Trinity, and man, that
it's like, all right, no more surprises,
that is my favorite current storyline, and also this is my favorite WrestleMania. I don't think I've ever had a favorite WrestleMania, but this one, both nights, absolutely.
Yeah, they put a lot together, like Sammy and Gunther.
Oh, absolutely insane.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, I jumped up and yelled the loudest yell ever
when he won.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, man.
Yes.
See, for me, honestly, I think it's Kofi Mania because all the times he was looked past, it's like no, And then Keith Lee and Adam Cole, Keith Lee had both titles in NXT, I was like, that rivalry is.
Yeah, that Kofi Mania is one of the strong ones too for me. But like the one with the Bailey and the Sasha, and then the one with Cody and the Bloodline, man, it just gives me goosebumps.
What's the most jaw-dropping wrestling spot you've seen live?
The most jaw-dropping wrestling maneuver that I've seen live?
Or moment or spot or whatever.
I think it is when we were in DC for New Japan.
Okay.
And Aussie Open, they were in the main. And I think Kyle Fletcher went to do something. And he ended up getting draped over the guardrails, by his nuts.
Oh no!
So I'm pretty sure he hit his nuts. And it was insane to watch because I thought that he was done. That's the most craziest thing I've seen live. I was like, okay, yeah.
See, and I've called back to this in other episodes already. AEW Revolution. Don't need to say anymore. That whole show was whoa.
Well, yeah.
Especially that last match with Sting.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I was there. I took a couple people from the school, too. I was like, oh, my God.
Yeah. It was insane. That was definitely insane.
What moves, in fear of real injury, will you not take or sell for?
I'm willing to try anything at least once.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I don't think there's anything that I won't take, but, I'll do it
once you do,
but it has to make sense.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it for no reason. It has to make sense. I'll take anything once. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to not taking anything, but I will take something once.
Yeah. And you'll do that. It's like, okay, that was a little uncomfortable. Maybe not next time.
Maybe not next time.
And so I'm going to finish off. Do you have a plan B or plan when this career ends? Whether that's injury or retirement or...
I am very. I grew up in theater.
Okay.
I love regular theater, and I love musical theater even more.
Okay.
So I'm still in college and everything.
Yeah.
And I've had to switch my majors a little bit, and I finally got back on track and started doing stuff in the arts. So I really want to get back into musical theater.
Okay.
And going to Broadway or wherever, and possibly acting, and still also being involved in wrestling some way. But
and they play hand in each other.
They hand in hand, and I've always been big into musical theater. I was in my church choir. I was in theater. I was in everything that had to do with the arts. And originally, when I was going off to college, I was majoring, and I got scholarships in musical theater.
Okay.
So that's something I'm really big on, and that's a plan B for me. I also like to cook too, so
okay.
Maybe
I didn't know about
a little food truck or something
okay.
I don't know. The possibilities are endless. I think. So I used to think that it was a curse to have so many talents, but as I've matured, I've realized that you are supposed to capitalize on those talents no matter what they are.
It's like you have something to fall back on.
It's not just do one thing that you're talented at and go away.
Yeah.
It's do whatever you're talented at and just go hard with it. So musical theater, cooking, I don't know, making clothes. The possibilities are endless with me.
A gear maker.
Yeah.
It's a huge part. Exactly. And you're still in the business too, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's all the time I have for you today.
Okay.
Where can the listeners find you?
You can find me on Instagram at the TJay Era. I don't think anyone has that name, so I should be the only one. But also, my boy can tag me in these links, I guess, and you can shoot me a follow, and I'll follow you back. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. So just just link. He'll put a link, and you can follow me there, and I will follow you back.
Well, perfect. Thank you for your time, TJay.
Thank you.
Let the interviews continue.
Yes.